Hello, 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 hello. Hey, how's it going? Tonight's video, I am going to be tracing my wedding album. Hello, hello, hello again. Hi. I apologize that I did not give you much of an introduction earlier. I have actually been debating on how I want to set up this video. My 2-year wedding anniversary is coming up, and I thought it would be fun to share with you my wedding album. But the setup that I have doesn't really allow me to set up a nice way. I feel like I need to work with my left hand here so you can actually see things. But the setup I have doesn't really let me get like a good overview. We'll see if I even end up posting this video. So I actually made this photo album myself on a website called MPix. M as in Mary, P as in Paul, I as in Igloo, X as in Xylophone. MPix. I got married in October, and MPix was actually having like a Black Friday sale. So I made the album myself, and I think it ended up being like a bit cheaper than like other photo albums that you can buy, like from a photographer or some other websites, and the quality feels like just as good. You were able to pick like the type of quality you wanted. If you wanted like this little cover, it's just like a little sleeve, what color you wanted the album, and you actually pick out like the layout of all the pictures on each page yourself, so it's kind of cool. So on this page I wanted to have out like lay out some of the different like details. So these are my shoes, my wedding ring, my wedding band in the box, the blue garter, this here was my dress, then my bridesmaid dresses, so I got married in 2020, so in the middle of the pandemic. These were our masks. My friend from high school, her mom was making masks, and I saw my friend got married, just a small like backyard ceremony, and then like she just had her official like what's it called, reception, like the party. She just did that this year, 2022. She actually ended up postponing her wedding like 3 times. I feel bad. But yeah, I saw that, her and her husband were wearing those, and I thought they were like the cutest, and I asked her where she got it, and she said her mom made them, and her mom was kind enough to make me one too. Getting married in 2020, obviously, wedding could not and a half. I don't know. But the point is, we had known for a while that we were going to get married. And we had already sent out save the dates because most people were going to have to travel for our wedding. It was in my hometown. But we were living, out of state at the time because we were working somewhere else, and the only real people still there that were invited was like most of my immediate family, not all, but most of them. Everyone else, so, distant relatives and friends and my husband's family, and some of my family would have had to travel. We had sent out save the dates before the pandemic was a thing, and once the pandemic hit, we had to decide if we wanted to still get married that year or if we wanted to postpone. And if we were to still get married that year, we could not have the ceremony and reception how we, first pictured it. We had to essentially uninvite people. I don't want to say it was a hard decision to make because on one hand, I knew for sure I wanted to get married that year. It sounds bad to say I just wanted to get it over with, but after months and months of stressing about what we were gonna do, I didn't want to have to worry about it anymore, and I didn't want to have to keep planning. I just wanted to be married. So we decided to get married. As far as deciding who would still be invited, it ended up just being our immediate families and the bridal party. And that included the kids of my siblings. We went from I want to say it was around 150 people to then only having around 35, including my husband and myself. So I guess I will tell you a little bit about that day. So I had to travel to get to the wedding. It was actually kind of crazy because at the time my husband and I were living in different states. I was on a temporary assignment for work. So we traveled separately to the wedding. We saw each other there for maybe a day or two, getting some final things ready, and then I spent the night before the wedding in a hotel room with my maid of honor, my sister. The first hotel room that we got, that suite, it actually smelled terrible. It had a terrible smell of smoke, and we got there pretty late. I had to call the front desk and complain that, it smelled absolutely horrible, like cigars almost. And I did not want my wedding dress smelling like cigars, and I did not want to sleep in a place that smelled like cigars, especially when I picked a non-smoking room. They changed me to a different room. everyone who needed a shower in the room showered, and like the water was not draining in the shower. Instead, there was like brown water coming up afterwards, filling the tub. It was really nasty. So while I'm there getting ready, and while all the bridesmaids are getting ready, someone from the hotel maintenance team was coming in trying to figure out what was wrong with their shower. Not cool. It was a big rush trying to get ready. It's just like the little details at the end that end up coming to get you, but I hired someone to come and do like my hair and makeup, and that was really cool. I felt like, I don't know, spoiled, I guess. Peep the guy in the background with the mask. I should have started telling you like about things related to the actual pictures, but I'm already like getting through the ceremony, and in my storytelling I haven't even told you, like I'm not there yet, so maybe we'll speed it up a bit. So I get to the ceremony, and I'm like looking back at it, you know, you look at all these tips and stuff, and like how to be prepared for that day, and you're just like not prepared. So for example, I had read places like make sure you have double-sided tape so that you can tape it to the straps of your dress, like underneath, tape it to where it should go on your skin so it isn't sliding. And I bought double-sided tape, but I gave it to my maid of honor, and I got to the ceremony before she did. She was still like doing final touches on her hair and makeup or whatever, and I got there earlier to do a first look with my husband. So I'm there like pulling at the straps of the dress, or like I gave her my rings, and I really needed to have the ring there to take pictures of the rings together beforehand. Just little things like that that the photographer can do beforehand. The ceremony was outside, and it was a really lovely day. However, we started pretty late because I ended up firing my officiant. I like to think I'm a pretty chill person, or at the minimum, I'm just kind of like quiet. I would never describe myself as outspoken. But the officiant, she was, I don't know, it was just really frustrating. I had hired her because I wanted someone bilingual. My family and my husband's family both speak Spanish, and I thought it would be special to have someone, you know, who could say things in English and Spanish. So before, maybe like a couple weeks before the wedding, the company that the officiant works for sent us an email asking us to fill out paperwork. Just kind of explaining, you know, what kind of ceremony did we want. They asked if it would be a religious ceremony, and if so, were there any scriptures we wanted read. They asked our names and how to pronounce them. They asked if we had any special requests, like translating to Spanish, whatever it may be. But the officiant was just not prepared. She was introduced to my husband a couple of times and kept asking him where the groom was, and he kept saying, hello, it's me. She was asking my sister, the maid of honor, what kind of ceremony this was, if it was religious, if, you know, there was anything in particular we wanted her to say, so she just really wasn't ready. And in general, she was being very rude with my family. I ended up, you know, I'm waiting in the back, getting ready to walk down the aisle, and I just told my sister, like, please, like, just tell her to get us married as fast as possible. She doesn't need to say anything in particular, like, forget about wasn't supposed to stay for the day, but I think with everything going on with COVID, she wanted to make sure things went smoothly. And she came up to me in the dressing room and said, "The DJ is actually ordained. Would you like him to marry you?" And I said yes, and just about broke out into tears. So this reminds me, before the ceremony, I had a first look with my husband. I also did like a mini first look with my father. I gifted him a handkerchief, which you'll see in the next page in a minute. When I was putting together the spread, like this album, it was really fun trying to decide like how I wanted the pages laid out. You know, you got to pick like how many pictures on a page and how they're spread out and like what pictures go on which page. So I tried to break it up into different like groups. So the previous pages were my husband and his parents, and then the next pages are like me and my parents. The handkerchief says, "Papi, thank you for walking by my side today and always. Te quiero muchísimo. I will always be your little girl. Love always, Lisa." I feel like weddings can bring out the worst in people. Just in the sense, like, because it is super stressful. I feel like all of the stuff leading up to the wedding, like the morning of, was super stressful. Just, you know, with all the issues in the hotel room and then like rushing, trying to get ready. But the actual wedding itself was really fun, although it goes by in like the blink of an eye. My husband and I didn't even like really eat, and I remember people like making sure, "Oh hey, do you need water? Do you need a glass of wine?" And I would ask for a glass of wine, and then I'd never even get to like drink it. It just felt very like rushed. It was kind of funny because after the ceremony, the photographer said, "Okay, like, now I just want immediate family members here to take pictures with the bride and groom." And she said it a couple times because no one was really leaving. And we said, "These are our immediate family members." Oh man, I wish I could show you guys this. I guess I'll just have to show you one page and then the other, but this is a family picture and it takes up 2 whole pages. The ceremony was very, very quick. Our DJ married us and he was very nice. He double checked how to pronounce my name, which is always wasn't letting people into the call until, everyone, like my family's trying to get a hold of him, like, yo, people are trying to join the Zoom meeting. And you volunteered to let everyone in, so let everyone in. What are you doing? And I guess while he was driving, he was letting people in. That is so dangerous. I do not encourage that type of behavior at all. Don't drive and Zoom. So we got married almost 2 years ago now. Time has been flying by. These are just some of the little details. Flowers hanging from the arches. My bouquet with my engagement ring. My friend actually made this pumpkin card box. Super cute. My friends threw me a bridal shower back home a little before my wedding, and they made that box for that, and I thought it was the cutest, and I packed it with me to take. I also had like a table, I don't know, memory table, remembrance table. For the people who have passed away in my family and couldn't have made it. My grandfather from my dad's side, my grandparents from my mom's side, and my brother-in-law. The reception was held indoors. We did ask people to wear masks. We also had hand sanitizer at all the tables. Here are some pictures of my husband and I. Lots of smiles. I don't know if you guys have seen those videos on like Instagram or TikTok. It'll have like a girl saying like, me practicing my soft smiles for my wedding. She's there smiling. And then it does how I actually smiled at my wedding, and she's like really laughing or like not looking cute. And I feel like that's me. This page here isn't a great example of that, but in some of the other pictures you'll see I'm like really cheesing it. I just could not help but smile. I originally was thinking I would like trace every single thing, but like this is already taking too long. So again, I just tried to keep it like a theme on all the pages. So, I have me and my bridesmaids on one, and then my husband and the groomsmen on the other page. We actually had a couple members of the bridal party unable to attend last minute. It's kind of funny because we had originally started looking at like bridesmaids' dresses a really long time before the actual wedding. Maybe like a year before the wedding. And then when COVID hit, and we had actually picked like a dress that they had liked from like one of those fancy bridal stores. And, we had it placed the order. And we were debating like, do we want to buy it? Do we not want to buy it? Because we weren't sure what to do about the wedding. Like if we were still having it, if found it, and my other sister found it. I had a cousin who was a bridesmaid as well, but she wasn't able to make it. Last minute, she ended up getting COVID like a couple days before the wedding. But, you know, she found it. Like, they were all in different states. Well, most of them were different states. And they ended up all going to their Macy's and finding it. So it was kind of cool that even though, like, you know, we ended up like kind of giving up on all wearing the same dress, they ended up all finding the same dress to wear. And same with the shoes. And I felt like the shoes kind of matched mine. They were a little different, but mine also had like rhinestones on it. The picture on this page is spread out across 2 pages. That will have to do. I never have had professional pictures taken before, but I think if you can, you should pay to have a photographer at your wedding. I was nervous that the pictures would come out weird because I can be a little awkward. This is an example of the smiling I'm talking about, like I was really choosing it. I told the photographer I never know what to do with my hands in photos. So I asked her, like, please do not make me look awkward. If I'm looking awkward, you have to tell me so I can fix it. And she was really nice whenever we had poses. And if my hand was doing something weird, she would say, just relax your hand. She also had cool tips and tricks. So my husband and I would like be laughing and not look so serious. She would tell us, you know, whisper in each other's ears, strawberry, strawberry, strawberry. Or tell each other your favorite type of pizza, and we'd whisper in each other's ear, pepperoni and mushroom, or whatever it was. And it would help us just be a little less serious. Okay, I'm gonna have to pick up the pace because I received a notification that I do not have a lot of storage left on my phone to be recording such long videos. Hopefully I don't have that problem next time because my husband actually bought me a new phone that has more storage. I think my current phone only has like 64 gigabytes and I have to delete pictures like all the time, and like a bunch of my apps have to go offline. So I have room whenever I like edit a video in iMovie. I have to pretty much delete a whole bunch of stuff and like undownload apps to be able to save the new video. I'm just glad that I noticed that notification pop up like right away, so I didn't just keep talking to myself for a while without it recording. The first dance, that song felt like the longest song I've ever heard in my life. My husband and I both do not like attention, so it was very awkward dancing in front of everyone. Okay, I think these are really all the pictures that we had. Thanks for joining me. Let me know if this was a relaxing video. It was really fun for